There is not a jar big enough to hold the amount of coins we'd need to put in that swear jar. Let me tell you. Let me tell you.
I know Arash loves swearing.
Yeah, I love swearing.
As we move to sauce it or toss it. Arash, quick question.
Yeah.
Sauce it or toss it. Arash, I'll never be able to love something the way JT Miller loves blindly giving away the puck.
I'm gonna toss it because I love my girlfriend and she's so great. And this is how you're a boyfriend, Ryan. Take notes. Listen, I just don't know, Ryan. I don't know. I don't know how this keeps happening. Like it's become like a trait, and that's when it's dangerous. There's a difference if like there's a Johnny Gaudreau or Mitch Marner, or like a high play driving winger. Sometimes they goof up, and that's fine because
they goofed.
Yeah, they goofed it, and 95% of the other time they're okay, they're fine, and that's the game of hockey, and you just have to take with it. If someone was perfect 100% of the time, they'd be Connor McDavid, and last time I checked, there's only one Connor McDavid. But with JT Miller, it's become this, like you're about to turn 30. Like this is you now. Like there's no, okay, maybe he can turn the corner. Maybe this is 25, 26-year-old JT Miller and he's just coming around the bend now and he's going to learn. I'm like, no, it kind of seems like he got his money.
He knows what he's doing.
He knows. He's like, yeah, well, you paid me.
You had game tape. You know what you were getting.
That pass was so baffling, though, Ryan. Like, you could just see, like, even the people in the stands could see. They're like, no, don't do it. Even Hughes on the other side was like, don't do it, dude. Don't, I'm not ready for it.
You're on the power play. Just throw it in or do a set something. Anything.
Well, you saw, like, I think it was Horvat was below him, and he was covered. I'm like, you could have just, just chucked it down the boards and, let God sort it out. But no, you went in, like, there's two penalty killers, one who's on you, and another penalty killer in between you and Quinn Hughes, who has a step up. And I think maybe what happened is JT saw the Wild player on him, and the Wild player was covering the player that was behind him in his sight line. And he thought, okay, I can give it to Quinn. And then when he gave it to Quinn, the other guy just like popped out one little inch. And then JT's like, I need to back check. And then he tried to back check, and he even got the defenseman push.
Yeah.
And that wasn't good enough.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, he back checked really hard on that, but man, he was the first one back.
He was the first one back, and then he went straight to the bench.
Sauce it or toss it, Arash. This year, it's different for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah. I'll sauce it. It's a different year. Sure.
But this year's different.
Yes, it is. It is 1 year greater than the previous. 1 year further. So yes, how you phrased it, yes, I have to sauce it, or else I don't believe in time. And then that's an even harder thing to comprehend and explain to the lovely Pucks on Net listeners, right?
All right, you heard it here first. Arash thinks it'll be different this year.
You heard it here first. Arash does not believe in seconds, man. No way, man.
Sauce it or toss it, Arash. The Seattle Kraken will make the playoffs.
Oh, sauce it, dude. They are so okay. They are so interesting because they are doing this without goaltending. Their main guy is like Martin Jones, whom last time I checked, started off pretty good and then cooled off and maybe is like, I don't know, 901. What's Martin Jones now, Ryan? Let me check on the old interwebs. Whoa, you can look up anything on the internet now, Ryan. Did you know that? He has an .890 save percentage now. He is 13-5-2. Ryan, if the Seattle Kraken just get someone who can give them 905, they're making the playoffs, and they're doing this.
He's got a better goals against than Spencer Martin, so I think he's good to go.
My friend of the show, Mike Noble, in shambles that his second round draft pick theory for Spencer Martin at the deadline is now crumbling, just like Bitcoin. They should have sold earlier before people realized it was a scam. They should have pulled the trigger, man. No way.
Spencer Martin, the Bitcoin of goalies.
Bitcoin.
It's great when other things are propping him up, but when it's just him out
You
there.
just gotta believe, man. And then when people stop believing, falls on.
Arash, sauce it or toss it. After eights, mint chocolates are gross.
They're amazing. What?
They're not the best.
Did you have mint chocolates at work? After eights at work today, and you're like, ugh.
We're on our second box of after eights in the house.
So
here.
Amanda loves them.
I just need to make sure. I'm like, if I tell myself it's gross, and you tell me it's gross, maybe I won't just
Question:
freehand
do you like
out.
them?
Yeah.
Or does Amanda?
They're better than a York.
Oh, the old angel wings and chain, eh?
They're better than a York peppermint patty.
Yeah.
But I think there's better chocolate out
York
there.
peppermint patty's too much. After eight, just enough.
With the announcement of the next year's Heritage Classic likely being the Battle of Alberta, sauce it or toss it, Arash, the Canucks will never play another outdoor game.
Oh, toss it. Ryan, you're telling me, come on. You're telling me that they don't want to fill BC Place with like 40,000 people again just to see Eddie Lack start. Come on.
It's been 9
Come on, Ryan.
It's been 8 years and there hasn't been even a road game for the Canucks.
Because no one wanted to see the Canucks for the past 8 years on national television unless they had to. No one wanted to give, Jason Megna time on the big Well, okay, no. Shout out to Jason Megna, who went from the Colorado Avalanche to the Anaheim Ducks today. Not today, but
yeah, he's a ring though.
Still in the show.
Sauce it or toss it, Arash. The Minnesota Wild are in cap hell till 2024-25, but they will make the playoffs 2 of those 3 seasons.
Oh, that's tough. You know what? I'm going to sauce it strictly based on the fact that I think they've done some pretty smart cap management over there in Minnesota. Judd Brackett's did really well in the draft last year with his 2 first-round picks. They have Jesper Wallstedt coming up, so we'll see how he develops. Fleury is, Fleury. I don't know if Phil Gustafson's a long-term fix there, but they got Kaprizov locked in. Joel Eriksson X great. Jared Spurgeon's locked in. Who else is on Minnesota that's really good? There's Zuccarello. Ryan Hartman's going to come back. He's also on a kind of a team-friendly thing, but I don't know how long his contract is. I don't know. I'm a big Minnesota Wild fan. I think they just played.
They're up 2-1 right now versus Edmonton.
They play really well-structured hockey, and they just I don't know if Flower can just kind of find a bit of that power back again. We'll see what happens. But I'm gonna sauce it because I'm a Minnesota Wild truther.
Figured you would. Here's a little spoiler for tonight's Pucksnet trivia. Minnesota themed.
God, does Ryan still think Iranian people come from Minnesota?
And finally, last sauce it or toss it. Travis Green's Spengler Cup performance will lead to an NHL head coaching job.
I'm gonna sauce it because I want Greener back in the show. I think Greener got a bad rap. Greener got a bad rap. He was given Clay tools. It just
maybe
it's just whatever. We'll see how he does in the Spengler Cup, but I just want to give some love to Travis Green, and hopefully he gets back in the show, man. He's next head coach of your. Let's see. What would be a good team for Travis Green to go to? Next head coach of your Nashville Predators, man.
Maybe Ottawa Senators.
I don't know, man. Oh well, okay. I mean, Giroux could carry him to a Stanley Cup.